The kingdom of the cleansed was a terrible thing. But it was just another tragedy in his history. Time stood still for no one, least of all Prometheus, and the curse was coming upon him. Was he prepared? Could he still do more to be ready? He would have to see. But first, he would have to deal with this fool that he had almost forgotten about in front of him. Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker with me, Baldhead McGammar. I was so swept up by the Kingdom of the Damned that I forgot to resolve Canterbury Lake properly. So, let's go ahead and deal with Willas Gunderson here. Willas raises his head and gives you a nervous smile. My Baron, I was waiting for you. Any news? I visited the Cursed Island. It swarms with monsters. The Ranger and the Paladin are dead. The Cleric of Nethys left in voluntary exile, and the ruins are completely empty. No treasure. For several moments, Willis is silent, trying to wrap his head around what you just said. He finally shudders and hugs himself, as though he suddenly grew cold. That means... he gulps. That means the curse really exists. His eyes meet yours. Right? We're gonna try and bluff him. You know, it just occurred to me. You sent those poor sods to the island, right? It was you who doomed them to send them to certain death. And then you sent me there as well. So now I'll have to expend my own resources paying for a purification ritual, and you're just going to leave, like nothing happened. I failed that, so we're going to try that again. When you fail the check, Willis looks shocked at first, but he soon regains his composure. I suppose. Your Grace, but the cause of all these troubles must have been something else. Maybe weather conditions were unfavorable, or actually, I think you have nothing to worry about. He casts an unkind glance towards you and digs out a pouch of money. Here's your reward, as promised. So let's load that quick save back up. I did make sure to quick save before I talked to him, I'm sure. I could have buffed with the... Actually, how low was my roll? Would Heroism have saved me? Should I buff with Heroism this time? Yeah, how was my roll there? Failed the bluff check. I rolled a 4. Yeah, no, that would not have saved me. Actually, no, that would have. Confound it. Oh, well. We're gonna do it again anyway. Succeeded. Willis' jaw drops. What? But I just... The man seems to shrink in terror. No, of course not, Your Grace. I'll compensate you now. Here, Your Grace. He digs with a pouch full of coins from his pockets, hands it to you, barely avoiding dropping on the ground. Here, this must be enough. That doubled the amount of money we got. Willis looks around, slapping his pockets. Seems I've had no luck with this island. No profits at all. I guess I should move further to the east. People say that the Tors of Lebanese has plenty of places where inquisitive mind might find something of value. And right now, if you don't mind, I could use a drink. As he walks away from the bar. Fair enough. Okay, in between episodes, I did take a moment to go and rest, so I don't need to sleep. You'll notice that Prometheus is not fatigued or exhausted, which is unusual for him. He works himself and his team to the bone. But that is because, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, time is not on our side. It never is, it never has, and it never will be. Let's take a moment. We look at our journal, and we look for it's the Kingdom quest. Not the Ancient Curse 1. We're looking for Ancient Curse 2. Yeah, here we go. 24 days. Precisely 24 days. Okay. Let's make another quick... Now, we'll go to the Kingdom Management screen. Then, we'll make a quick save. So, what I really want to do is I want to upgrade Harem. I want to upgrade Harem to the next rank of Divine. I feel like that will be a very important thing for me to do. However, one, he's busy right now. Actually, I think everybody's busy right now. But it said that we had 24 days left. In order for me to rank up anybody, I would have to spend 14 days. I don't think I have that time. So just as a test, just an example to see precisely how much time we have, I'm going to save the game. And we're going to just try to upgrade Lindsay. The death toll rises, a ravenous man-eater swarm. Rotten beast. So we take a big hit to the community, military, and economy twice for trying to use those days. So time limit is a rough guess. It's not precise. So even if we did all this, we're going to load the save back up. And while we did that, all sorts of problems arised. And the big thing that we need to deal with is rotten beasts. That's the big problem that's hurting us right now. So, we load the save back, and we try to see precisely how much time we have. So it said we had 24 days. So how many days do we really have? Let's just hit the skip day button. Jubilost would get done with 5 days. Okay. So then we go to our economy. We have Jubilost start working on that. 5 days. 6, 7, 8. These don't matter. 9. 10 days. 10 days. Ancient Curse begins. So we have 10 days to do some adventuring. And also we need somebody who is here and ready and able to actually do this. So, 10 days. And the people who do it are busy. We can't really wait for them to get done, too, right? So, what if we skip... Yeah, no. By the time they get done, we already suffer one of the penalties. We can't afford that. We can't afford that. So, 5 days, we gotta deal with Jubilost. And then 10 days, we gotta deal with the curse. And Ragungar and Valerie are not gonna be done within time to be able to get that done. So, I don't really want to delay upgrading my capital, so I'm probably going to cancel one of these things. Probably Ragungar, because we can take the hit to our military. We can always take the hit to our military. That just seems to be the way of it. So, 5 days to go adventuring. That sounds fun. When we go on this adventure, we want to try and make the most of our time. We want to make the absolute most of our time. So we're going to take people with us who are very good at moving over to land. So, Valerie, yeah, not you. I don't want to leave a cleric behind. We don't need Amiri. Let's bring Jaethal because she doesn't get tired. And let's bring... Ragungar has a lot of carry weight. Amiri also has a lot of carry weight. Amiri has less strength, but she also has a Spilodon. And the Spilodon is very good. Yeah, so this is the part that we're going to bring. Just Jaethal instead of our usual supporting cast. Because, like, the people like Jubilost, Lindsay, and Octavia, they may be our supporting arcane casters, and they might be really good at picking open locks. But at the same time, they can't carry a dang thing. Either can I, but I am also a supporting arcane caster that can pick locks. So let's take stuff off of Jubilost, Lindsay, and Octavia as needed. He's good, because all of his stuff is on Lindsay. Alright, we need the hat. You can keep the crossbow. Taking that, taking that, taking that. Okay. So, to make sure that I am ready for this little excursion, let's take this off you, put the hat on you, you get the hat for a little bit, and as for me, I get this, this, and this, just to help me with anything that I might need to pick while we're doing this. So that means you get boots. Okay, now we are ready to go. Change it back. Just gotta rearrange the party. There we go. So, 5 days. What can we do in 5 days? We don't have any current outstanding tasks. So, Actually, we're close to the beginning of the month. We never built a town here. We never built a town here. One moment. Back to the Kingdom Management screen. I should have did this a long time ago. I didn't. So let's build a town as close to the capital as we can while still being within this region. Building it along the river is good. Tattleford. We go into Tattleford. We build the essentials. Do we have the money? Yes. Just. We'll probably have to pour more money in later. That's fine. We need to put in a bulletin board. Good. That's the essentials. A bulletin board. That's all a town needs. And so that town goes up immediately, and now we should be able to go and visit it. Like so. We can also visit her on the way. Yeah. Let's go see Shania. Let's go and see Shania. We did discover the thing from the curator about her spear. Everybody else can stay here. Only Prometheus needs to move.
Mistakes. In due time.
I'm pleased to see you again, Worthy One. What brings you to me?
The storyteller has seen that your ancestor was a coward and a failure, not a hero. I am sorry. Uverdrani frowns, but then her face lightens, and a smile crosses her lips.
This is not news that I expected to hear, and still it is news all that bad, for it means that I need not sail back to Vudra, but may instead continue my work here. This reminds me of a story.
We keep listening.
Maharaja Kibin Said etched on the glorious names of the histories of which he conspired the kingdoms of the genies. He spied on the descendants of the goddess Jarasini with Garuda, and saw how they charmed snakes by playing their flutes. Though the secret he discovered a way to charm and bind the genie to his will, Gibran Said openly declared for all his new mastery for all to hear, and in doing so insulted their race. Emissaries from the vizier of the genie, the Jinn of the air, came to demand an apology from the wizard, only to be turned into slaves, and their bodies bound to chains. It was then that the Malik of the fire gene, known as the Ifrit, sent his assassins. They hid in a cloud of dust and approached as the mage was sleeping. But they did not know that the wise man had taught his servants the techniques. While he slept, his servants captured the assassins. The Pasha of the Shatans, also known as the Earth Genies, sent their finest warriors, Termir, and the destroyer of the palaces. By his command, Kibin Said's palace fell and turned to rubble. The cunning wizard foresaw this, however, and fled to the island of Jal al-Marais. Termir chased after him, forgetting that the waters of the ocean could not hold his heavy flesh. As he began to drown, Kibin Said sent ships to save him, but only after Termir swore to serve him. As compensation for the palace he destroyed, the genie was commanded to build the pure temple of the Maharaja, which was 100 times more beautiful than the one he destroyed. Trust me, for I have seen the temple with my very eyes. One of the royal maids, the genies of waters, came to free his brethren from captivity. Of all the genies, he was the wisest. For 3 days, Kibin Said competed with the genie of the art of poetry. At the end of the 3rd night, Kibin Said was so exhausted that he was about to take a ceremonial dagger to open his own veins. The genie, however, was first to admit defeat, and entered the copper vessel, which the wizard then sealed. It was thus that the history came to know that the Maharaja is the great conqueror of the genies. As you can see, your actions may be seen as valorous by some, and heinous by others. For it is still forbidden to utter the name of Kibin Said among the genii, so much it is hated. Yet others think of you as a villain or lunatic. All that truly matters is that the enlightenment and devotion to your own goals bloom in your heart. It is decided. I shall continue my work on my path to mastery, and will create a masterpiece which will immortalize my name. May it serve you well, whether I be praised for it by your fiends, or cursed for it by your enemies.
She is so much. She is so much. Oh, my head hurts a little. It is a lot to take in and absorb all at once. It sounds so fantastical, but the world is full of magic, so who knows? It's probably a lie, but it's a fun lie. Anyway, back over at Tasselford. Here for the first time. So we have to take a look around and see what new artisans can be found here. And what kind of problems they might have that we should be able to resolve. We look at the map. Yep, 2 people show up immediately. Sherelle and Chemo. Alright, so we'll take care of Sherelle first.
I'm innocent! It's a mistake! A terrible mistake! I haven't taken anything from anyone!
Well, that's exactly what everyone always says. Every prisoner says they're innocent if you ask them. The young half-elf looks at you exhausted. Someone has recently given him a black eye. There's panic in his voice.
I beg you, help me! I haven't done anything wrong!
What's going on here? Greetings, Your Grace. I apologize for the noise. Our captain thought it would be good to make an example of this criminal. Keep the public in line, you know. This one turned out to be very noisy. The half-elf looked shocked and terrified by circumstances.
You're the local ruler, aren't you? I beg you for your mercy. I've been arrested as a thief, and I'm about to go to jail. I haven't done anything wrong. I've never taken anything that wasn't mine. Someone slandered me for stealing property from a merchant in the capital. We had a deal. He promised to lend me money for a new workshop, but I didn't make a single coin. It's all a lie. I beg you, please. Nobody believes me. The merchant's name is Hasuf. He would help me if only he knew I was in trouble. Please, talk to the merchant in the capital. He will confirm I'm innocent.
What is this half-elf charged with? Half, Your Grace. We chased him all the way here from the capital. Stole something from the merchant and escaped. Just another scoundrel, Your Grace. Never mind him. They're all the same. He was found out, and now he's yelling about being innocent. I must go. Alright, well, that's just another short trip back to the capital. We can deal with that later. Let's talk with Chemo. Before you was a tall, pale elf, the soft features of his face sharply contrasting his angular figure, but his woeful gaze is fixed on the ground. He finally notices you and, startled, blinks at you absent-mindedly. He talks slowly, slightly elongating his words as he speaks.
Good day.
Who are you?
Kimo Tavan.
With a wide smile, the elf slowly nods at you. An odd name for an elf. The elf shrugs.
My parents named me Kimil, but my friends decided the name didn't suit me so well.
Okay. What are you doing here? The elf blushes ever so slightly and lowers his gaze.
I can't tell you. It's a secret. Although, if you promise...
The elf looks at you with hope in his eyes.
If you promise to help me, then I will tell you.
So be it. I will help you. The elf is shining.
Wonderful!
We said nothing. The elf just keeps smiling at you. You still haven't told me what you want from me.
Oh, right. Nanook the hunter told me that he saw an incredibly beautiful flower growing in the swamp. I would go and pick it myself, but I fear I would just become lost. Also, there are monsters there. So, will you help me?
I already agreed to help you.
Perfect. Come back as soon as you can.
Alright then, I have to go.
Bye!
What a wonderful fellow. A little bit simple, but you know what? This could be worth it.
As it should be.
This could be worth it. All the artisans so far have been worth it, so... Any work that we do for them will pay a lot more later. We could be rolling in the gold. All the investment that we do to build the kingdom will come back to us in the form of these artisans and their works. It'll be great. So, where is that? Yes, the Swamp Witch's Hut. It's always the Swamp Witch's Hut, isn't it? Always. Always and forever. Okay, so we still have plenty of time. We only have spent about... maybe 13 hours of our 5 days so far. So, let's make another quick save. 5 days until Jubilos gets done anyway. And let's dip over this way. Let's go to the dire Narlmarshes. Let's see if we can find anything cool up here. St. Galvan's Gully. Let's dip down. You spotted peaceful travelers. I also went the wrong way, though. It looks like I went the wrong way. Let's load back. Let's load back. Maybe I'll get that same random encounter again if I go just a little bit. Let's load back. I went the wrong way. I looped back in the wrong direction. So this time, we go here. We go this way. We go left. And this time we go up. No, which way did we go?
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Hold on, we saw a thing last time. We didn't see a thing this time. Hold on. How do I get there? Hold on, that's important to me. I don't want to miss a location like that. This is about perception check. This is about perception checks. So what's happening is, I'm failing my perception check when I get to that area. Who in the party is best at perception? It's me! Jathal is also really good. But even if I move the thing over, it wouldn't change anything. So, we just need to try it again. I'll make a quick save when I get to this area here this time. Is it down? Okay, this time we saw the St. Galvan's Gullet. So how do I get there? Up. You spot peaceful travelers. Okay, we got everything to go right this time. So, what do we got here? Skeletal Salesman and their great nightmare. Oh boy, here we go. A skeleton walks slowly towards you. His skull is filled with coins, which glimmer through his empty eye sockets, clinking with every step. He halts beside a cart filled with valuable-looking items. He waves at you in a friendly manner with his bony hand.
Hello, hello! Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Skeletal Salesman. Do not look upon my face or its absence. Look at my wares, choose, buy.
Who are you?
Oh, the story is as sad as it is cautionary.
The skeleton raises a thin white finger.
I was once like you, wandering in search of adventures, fearlessly delving into dark caves, hidden temples, and ancient ruins, taking whatever I pleased. But then I set forth on an adventure which was to crown my career. I discovered the den of an ancient dragon, a massive treasure trove filled within. I could purchase all of Absalom with such a hoard, and had to rest off without change. The owner lay dead upon the heap of gold, bare bones, just as I am now, breathless and still. How was I to know that he wasn't truly dead, or rather he was, but not quite, you know, undead? A dragon lich. I couldn't have imagined it in my wildest dreams. He grabbed a hold of me with his bony talons, and I bid my life farewell. But when I looked upon the pile of bones and equipment left behind by the dragon's former guest, and my panicked mind coughed forth a brilliant idea, an idea worth 1,000,000 coins, I offered the dragon a deal, and he agreed. To imagine that. You see, dragons are greedy for treasure, but they have no need of swords or armor. So I offered to hold a sale. I would turn the junk he had been storing for ages into newly minted coins. The dragon approved of the idea and gave me the job. He did, however, place a curse upon me. As you can now see, I am but bare bones. But fear not, to tell you the truth, I rather enjoy it. I go wherever I please, talk to interesting people, and no longer need I fear death.
Where's your master, then?
I've been asked this question so many times. Do you so badly desire your weapons to end up in my cart? If so, then just sell them to me. Or do you imagine that you will find your fortunes where hundreds of before you have found only death? True optimism runs through the blood of every treasure hunter. Even those of us who have no blood at all.
As he laughs, the coins rattle in his head, and his bones rattle as well.
I even suggested to my master that I sell maps to his den, guaranteed revenue and new treasure. Well, but he had no interest in this. He detests guests. He says they distract him from the contemplation of eternity. I guess the kinking of coins do I bring, does it not? Anyway, I couldn't point you into his den if I tried. My master robs all memory of the location of his den as soon as I step foot upon the highway. When it's time to replenish my stock, it is he who finds me.
Alright, well, show me your wares.
The skeleton happily clinks the coins of the skull. With great pleasure. Here, look, choose, buy.
And his selection is actually really good. Okay. His selection seems to be a little bit random. Sometimes you get like a little bit of a weaker bit, and sometimes you get a lot of weird magic items. So this time, we got some good stuff, like the Colossal Shade. Grants his wearer a +3 bonus against saves and throws against blindness. This is a +2 enhancement tower shield. If I look at Valerie, she currently has a +1 enhancement bonus tower shield. Like, the reflex saving throw against and fire resistance 10, like, that's fine. That's not what we need Valerie for. We need Valerie to have more AC. I closed the menu. We need Valerie to have more AC. So, let's buy that Colossal Shade. That's amazing. We need that. I could also buy other cool magic items here, though. Full plate of lesser acid resistance. Well, we don't need that. Infiltrator's Armor. Competence bonus on stealth checks. We don't really need an extra competence bonus. The cape that we have on Ikundayo. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's an enhancement bonus. They would stack! They would stack! Oh, no. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that much stealth. I could buy a Robe of Consciousness. Bonus on saving throws against mind affecting. That's really good, actually. That's actually pretty good. We could also buy the Enchanter's Cape. +1 bonus on enhancement spell school DCs. Well, we primarily use those with Prometheus. Let's buy that. Why not? We could buy the Master Hand. +5 on magic device. That's... I don't have the money for that, I don't think. Gloves of Dexterity. Weird that's on gloves and not a belt. I don't think I need it. Gloves are kind of rare. I don't think I need that. Bunch of wands. All sorts of interesting enchanted weaponry. A flaming bardiche. A frost falchion. A holy falcata. Very neat. Very, very neat. Cool inventory. Cool inventory. Shame I can't afford a lot of it. But I'm happy to be getting what I'm getting. So I'll buy this. I'll buy these. Very neat. Very neat.
All according to plan.
You know, we'll equip that shield on Valerie right now. Sure. Yeah. It looks like it's made out of metal and not wood. Yeah, that makes me happy. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good find. Good roll. Good roll. Of course, if he doesn't have that stuff, it's not a huge loss. I'm only getting 1 extra point of defense out of buying that shield. I do think I want to equip the cape on Prometheus. The resistance bonus, like, that's fine. But making enemies feel the resistance against me. Oh. That's up my alley. Okay, so we make a quick save. Ah, okay, so we go from this angle. Got it. So, St. Galvan's Gullet. What does the map say about this? Used to be called Devil's Gullet. Traveling cleric Sarah Ray told him not to. So now it's named after them. Neat. So, what's the story with this area? What's going on here? That's a lot of snow. But if I zoom in, yeah, that's a lot of dead bodies. So, let's take a look at this. Cartwheel tracks, and by the looks of them, the cart was leaving in a hurry. Uh-huh. Thieves, go away, my pillar. Okay, so somehow we got the jump on him, even though he very clearly got the jump on us. So, oh, well, not gonna complain. Get the dog around to the side. Can Valerie charge? Valerie can charge. Miri has reach, so you can charge right behind him.
Good, you dead.
I did not buff for this. Yeah, a little buff for everybody. And I cannot charge with the Smilodon, which is also a shame. Is this a blessed situation? How are we doing? Yeah, this looks like a blessed situation. I didn't get the animals. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Onward.
We'll be fine. I didn't trip it.
Let us fight as one.
Got one sneak attack on it. That's good. That's good.
Tear them apart.
Alright, it's at half health. Maybe Ekin will do some work.
Cannot hide from me.
Okay, it's a big guy. I don't want it to hit me. Let's try throwing some grease behind it. Yeah! And down he goes! Now let's take him down for good. Very good. Like the stuff on the ground. A well-dressed and well-armed man. His pale face still holds an expression of surprise and fear. Well, I mean, given that I just got attacked by a Cyclops, a giant, like, what was that again? Double checking what he said. Yeah, that was a greater Cyclops. Alright, these workers didn't stand a chance. Is this box locked? Quick save, just to be sure. I can't risk, like, my only person in the party not being able to pick this open. Open the box. Open the box. The box is up here for some reason. Okay, fine. And how about religion?
I cannot make this work.
I want to make it work. Okay, now I know that the box is actually above where the box is on the map, so I can move my mouse up there. And Tristine can try that religion check again. How bad did I fail that religion check?
I'm glad to help.
It looks like this pillar is unfixable. The head of the ram is engraved on it. Let me go over here. With a swarm of flies breaking out of a single gouged eye. This is a representative of the Horseman of the Pestilence, the Archdemon who sits on the throne of flies, and one of the four rulers of Abaddon. Ugh. Well, that explains the Cyclops' protection of their faith. Yeah, we really can't have all these cults out in our land. Let's take a look up here, too. Bones, skulls, rotten hides. There's nothing of interest in this tiny cave, except this! Amulet of Mighty Fists. Anything else interesting on the map? Walk around the side just to be sure. Could be tokens. Could be neat stuff. You never know. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. So that was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Did I loot a note while I was in there? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me look at my inventory real quick when we get back to the map. Okay, we got this. Sort. Date Ol's newest. Crumpled sheet of paper. Expedition Expedite. Money received. 500 silver. 50 silver. Like, they're getting paid in silver. Okay, so they're running the numbers. They saved money. He skimped on his guards. He skimped on his guards.
I tire.
And he knew it was doing something bad, but like he skipped on his guard, so it wasn't. Nothing went well. Anyway, let's go over here now. Brown Baldhead.
Time to search
May
for
we
the spot
have
to
a
rest.
moment of respite?
It's wolves. It's
That
wolves.
is not far.
I am yours.
Alright, we
to
know how to
command.
handle wolves. We send Valerie in,
Finish them quick.
and then we just turn turn-based mode on. That's a lot of wolves. That's not the first time we fought this number of wolves. Probably won't be the last time either. Alright, so what we got here? Couple of wolf
As it should
hides. Alright, how many dead people we got? This poor lad was smashed against a stone with tremendous force. Whatever killed him, it was much larger and stronger than a wolf. Yeah, we looked at the ledger in the other location. This lad couldn't have been much past 16. His bloodstained face is a mask of horror. Got another note. Yeah, this is how they were made the leader of a headman of a special expedition. They just got some spirited youth and they were paid to. The show got proper adventurers. Look, all the money ended up in the hands of adventurers in the end. Seems these poor sods met their deaths as they tried to escape. Their armor and weapons are in poor condition. Yeah, they were not equal to the task. Not at all. What are we gonna do about it? Well, clean it up. We handled the Cyclops. It's not gonna be bothering anybody else anymore. Find all the notes. Take care of all the stuff
May
from the
we
bodies.
have a moment of respite?
We don't get to know any next of kin or anything like that. The village might even be gone by now.
We should gather our strength.
Tenacious Marsh? Again, if you're not finding these locations, it's because you don't have enough perception to see them. Or you failed on a perception check to see them, as you just witnessed earlier in the video. So let's look at this marsh.
I tire.
What we got going on here? A little bit of loot, and a slug! Big slug fella. Okay, so, first and foremost, we look at this thing. Acid-imbued slug.
Share your troubles.
Never know how this is gonna go, so let's take care of this properly. Delay poison. As I accidentally wandered right into it. Resist acid communal. That'll get everybody. And does this look like a haste kind of situation to you?
Time's not waiting.
We do have 5 haste. Is it haste or good hope? Yeah, we probably don't need both. Please.
I am prepared.
We'll use nothing.
In due time.
Alright. Everybody in position.
I am
Can
your
Valerie
shield.
charge? Not from that location. Can Valerie charge from here? No, you're exhausted. You can't charge. That's a shame. Okay, looks like it's going to be up to the animals then. Smilodon can charge from there. Wolf can charge from down there.
You have my attention.
Gathol can charge from over here.
I will protect.
Amiri can charge from here. Okay, so the person that's going to get hit first will be Dog. Go, Dog.
To victory!
And it's not turn-based mode. Okay. I made a mistake.
Let us strike as one!
Oh, good. Oh good, it sprays acid in a giant cone and got literally everybody because of how I had everybody angled. Awful! Oh! And melee attacks against it also just seem to do acid damage back. Oh, and also, my cat is blind now. Is everybody blind? Everybody's blind! Disgusting! Disgusting! Stinky slug!
Grant you death.
Stinky, stinky, stinky. Well, I mean, let's see you dodge this! Accursed concealment.
Unworthy. Wretched things.
Even weapon attacks are still having a problem with it. Okay, so I can't see. So we're gonna move and we're gonna yell at it.
Do not falter.
Okay, it looks like it only has a small recharge on its little blast.
Cannot hide from me.
More magic missiles, please. Well, at least we're not permanently blind. We're only blind for 1 more second. Was this worth it? Yes. Yes. Assassin's Chain Shirt. +4. Adamantine. Chain Shirt. Grants a wear a +4 bonus on critical hit confirmation rolls. That could be really good on either Jathal or Ikandeo. Given that it's a +4 enhancement, it might be more armor than what Jathal has on right now. It is! It's equal, I think. But I think you get to add more dexterity. Nevertheless, I think it'd be better on Ekin because it would help him get confirmation on his crits. And he has some pretty nice crits. Pretty nice crits as weapon. Actually, Jathal might be able to benefit from it now. Let's give it to Jathal. We'll probably switch it over in a bit. We'll switch it over in a bit. So that was good. What else can we find inside this area? In this nasty, nasty slug area. A couple of mundane weapons. Heavy armor, bog us down.
What's that?
And hidden thing up here. Scrolls. And I think that takes care of that. Not a bad haul. Not at all. This place was worth finding and going to. But we still have yet more places to go and adventure and explore.
We should gather our strength.
So let's go do that. People are starting to get tired, but that's fine. Look at all these locations that we're not going to. Not right now. Let's get to the ruins. Oh, with this tile set. You think it's going to be a great big ruins, kind of like that barrow way over to the east? Or do you think it's going to be a tiny little tomb, like we had near the beginning of the game?
I tire.
Look at the map, we get no clues to that yet.
Follow my lead.
Look ahead.
And gems and another artifact fragment. Good stuff. And what are you? Ferocious Devourer. Okay, let's use the inspect mode. True Seeing, permanent, sees through illusions. Level 14 undead, level 5 barbarian. Extremely high level enemy. Loads of experience, loads of hit points. Bad reflex save. Spell resistance. Ugh. Ugh. No idea of its abilities or anything like that, though. So, it's an undead. It's pretty bad undead.
God.
Ready for anything.
So, let's, buff... We're gonna have Jathal take this one. Buff you up with that.
Keep your eyes open.
How may I help?
Maybe a nice, I can't cast shield on others. That's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. Maybe a protection from evil on you. That might help. Weird to put a protection from evil against, on an evil person.
The undead is such a frivolous term. I prefer immortal.
No, you can put shield on
eternal,
yourself.
Everlasting.
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry one.
Focus on the goal.
And I think this is going to be a haste fight. And a good hope fight.
Ask.
Alright, so I think her AC is as high as it's going to be. Mirror image won't do anything. It has true seeing. So I think we just begin like this. So,
I'm listening.
Valerie, get over to the side. Smiled on here. Dog probably won't be able to get a good hit, but that's fine.
Request.
And Jathal, go.
You never had a
Nice
chance.
crit. Nice. 99 right out of the gate. Maybe I didn't need to buff that much. Okay. Okay. Let's try. I can't get close enough to do that. I can't get close enough to do that either. Shoot. Shoot.
Nowhere to run.
Go. Okay, you can't charge. That's unfortunate. Oh no. Level drain. Oh no. Oh no. That's the worst. And on Smilodon too. Oh no. Well, it had high spell resistance, so Acid Arrow it is.
Despicable.
And Jathal took it out. Oh, that shirt did real work with her. Real work on that fight. Unfortunately, we suffer a level drain with our Smilodon. Negative level. Lasts 1 day. Penalty to a lot of things. Can remove through spells like normal restoration, not lesser. Feels real bad. Anyway, it looked like this area was a bit of a crypt. And not a great big giant ruin like we thought it would be. But that's fine. Just had one extremely nasty enemy that we got lucky on. Let's face it, Jathal's crits were silly. Times 4 criticals with the scythe. Completely delicious crits. Did she need the +4 to confirm on the crit?
May we
Probably
have a
not.
moment of respite?
No, we're not resting yet. Look, we saw 2 people who aren't fatigued. We're good. Random encounter. Oh boy! We're way out to the west, so it could be real rough.
I shall end this suffering.
Gather our strength.
What are you? Elder Earth Elemental? That sounds like damage reduction. Let's, huge. Not a lot of experience. Low reflex save. Oh my. Oh my, okay. Immune to stun. Okay, so it's not worth screaming at it. Spell resistance. Okay. Grease it is. Let's try to trip that one. No, let's get this one that's here. I missed!
Advance.
Let's get the one that's next to us. Force the other one to come at us.
I aim true.
We're no longer buffed by the good hope from before. Here comes the other one. They had to double move. They don't have a lot of move. I hate spell resistance. Maybe I enlarge person Amiri. Maybe that's the play here.
Onwards.
Yeah, there's that damage reduction. Okay, it tripped. It tripped a degrees. Okay, you know what? If that's worth doing to one, maybe that's worth doing to the other. How about round 2? Or it didn't quite work yet, but that's fine. You can hit both from here, right?
They go down!
Fun. Oh, that's hilarious.
I got you.
real fun that you can just trip an Earth Elemental. It has no legs. No legs at all, but it's still great. Okay. I do have more acid. Are they immune to acid? I just looked at this 3 times. 3 times, actually. Damage reduction 10. Immune. Okay, not acid. Not acid, so we can use more of our acid arrows. That's what we have them for.
Stay behind me.
Okay, well, they're immune to the stun, but sonic damage is not affected by damage reduction. So that's still the best move he's got.
Wretched things.
Carving into it slowly. One down.
Hide from me.
That's a lot of rocks. No loot from a random encounter like that, but still fun. That level 1 spell is still proving extremely useful, because it turns out that even if you have a bad save, targeting an enemy's weak save with a good crowd control is still extremely useful.
May we have a moment of respite?
No! We could go that way. We're headed down towards this, sunny hillock. I'm gonna drop a quick save, though, because we might need to turn. So do I turn in from here? We do. Lovely on the barony. Well, let's deal with this first.
We should gather our strength.
What is that? It's a horse. Of course. Of course.
As it should be.
Alright, Prometheus is exhausted. Tristan is also exhausted. Valerie isn't, though. Help! Someone help! Okay, this is a terrible situation we got going on here. Let's take a look at this. A card has shrunk to the size of a toy. Judging by the pool of blood under it, someone was unlucky enough to be inside when it shrunk. Oh no. Alright, this looks like it's gonna be a good hope kind of situation. Or not a good hope, but absolutely a heroism situation. Alright, let's figure out what's going on here. Some unknown force erected the tower of balancing crates and barrels atop one another. It's impossible to predict how long this unreliable construction will remain standing. Let's talk to him. A stout middle-aged man is fighting to keep his balance on top of the creaking tower. He's terrified, and his sweat is running down his face, so much so that it soaks his shirt through. For the sake of all the gods, take me down before I break my neck! Hold on, I'll help you. Heaven all be praised, finally! We could make a chaotic action, we could make a good action. I think we're gonna do the good action. We get more experience from the bluff. But I think in this situation... Jump, I'll catch you. No. Yeah, we're good people. Oh! A man's face becomes paler with every passing second. Alright, Tamarath, pull yourself together. 1, 2, 3! Tamarath tries to steady himself and prepares to jump. And as he does, the makeshift tower begins to sway dangerously. With a yelp, Tamarath leaps and the tower begins to tumble down, crates falling everywhere. You extend your arms forward to catch him. And he's down. And you succeed. Struggling with the effort, you set the vendor on the ground as best you can. Thank the gods, I'm saved! Thank you too! If only poor Avim were so lucky. This vendor throws a glance at the blood pooling beneath a miniature cart. Tell me about yourself. Of course, I'm Tabrat from Gullet. I made my living selling paints. I buy them in the city and travel a village in the area selling them. Everybody wins. The peasants don't have to travel the city, and I provide for my family. What exactly happened here? I was carrying my wares to the neighboring village. I've heard strange stories of wild happenings on the road, but I didn't listen. You know, fool I am. My coachman, Avim, and I were barely halfway across the village when a crowd of Fae sprang out of the woods, laughing and circling us, and we didn't stand a chance. They started to rummage through the cart, and then I could scarcely believe it. They began building a ridiculous tower, arguing about what they should call it. But while they were building it, one of the crates fell and cracked open, and the paints, they were fascinated by them, but they couldn't find a canvas. So they decided to paint our poor horse Garland, and they made a huge with magic and started to color him in each their own way. Garland just couldn't stop rearing. He was so scared, and Avim couldn't take it anymore. He loved Garland so much. The vendor is silent for a moment, his face pained. Avim, oh Avim, we've been through so much together. Long story short, Avim broke free and tried to drive the Fae away, and that's when Garland fled. The Fae were ready to kill poor Avim when they stood, but a woman who led them proposed a joke instead. Before I knew it, they had put me on top of the tower so I couldn't disturb them, and then they stuffed poor Avim into the cart with the remainder of the boxes, and then shrunk the cart. He bellows and swallows. But not Avim. How horrifying. So they... I helped you, Web Reward. Where can I find the Fae who did this to you? Suddenly, you hear the branches rustle and noise from the nearby bushes, becoming louder and louder. Help! One of them. It's just a big tree. We can handle a big tree. Two of them. Okay, two is a lot, but we can handle two. Three of them. Alright, okay, this might be a lot. And our party is facing the wrong way.
Enemy approaching.
So I think my plan is that I'm going to let them come to us. They like to attack whoever's closest. Let's move cat there, dog there. Ekin can delay. Let one of them get closer. Amiri can delay and let one of them get closer. Okay. You're not close enough for me to shoot.
Nowhere to run.
Amiri. Can't charge, but can attack. You can be ready to help out the dog. They're trees, right? They're weak to fire. Alright. Let's try Burning Arc. Not the worst damage. We'll get through all their not... Yeah! Wow, they hit hard. Here comes the third one. Okay, great. You can't charge. We can just move into position. That one's down. Good to use our full attacks on those. Alright, let's aim at the one on the right first. Beacon's amazing.
Despicable.
Doing lots of hits. It's about to get a turn. Do I waste the fire? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. It's not a waste if I use it, though. Let's try it. I don't think I can do as much health as it has in damage to be able to take it out. I can scream at it, though. Almost, but not enough. So someone gets a hit. As we take it down, here comes this lady. From the hill summit, a slim and miniature woman with dark hair and pale, almost moonlit skin is regarding you curiously. There's a light smile on her lips, but her eyes are like cold depths of an ocean. Judging by her appearance, she can only be a Nereid. So, what? Now that you spoiled our fun and killed the Guardian, we're left to watch over our new friend. We did invite you to participate in our game, but still you intervened and ruined everything. Why? We could try and intimidate them, or we could try to learn more about the situation. Who are you, and what are you doing here? My name will mean nothing to you. It's unlikely that you'll find a path to my home. In my world, paths change directions too often. Not so long ago, my kin was afraid of traveling to your lands. Here we could die forever, you imagine? However, the bloom changed everything.
Death has no more power over us in the places where it appears. So I decided to come and check on it personally. Is it true that everything here is so permanent? In the world where there's constant change, it's impossible to make a real change. Whatever you do, after some time, all that remains is memories. Here, on the other hand, the narrator goes silent, contemplating. In your world? She laughs softly. Yes. Perhaps you'd like to see it? Well, maybe you will. The barrier between our worlds has become thinner of late. But you can't expect I'll help you travel there. You'll need to find your own way. There's nothing amusing about making another suffer. Can't you see that? Suffering comes and goes. If someone played a trick on me like that, I wouldn't hold a grudge long, though I'd repay the giver with a joke of my own. The only things of value are those able to leave a mark. It comes and goes? In our world, if death comes, there's no turning back. You can build towers and paint horses as much as you want, but why should you be so cruel to people? The narrator looks at you in astonishment, then confusion. I didn't know that. So be it. I'll fix what can still be fixed. Well, the guy's still dead.
This requires
Got a new
your
box
attention.
with a little bit of money in it. The horse is back to normal. The cart's back to normal. The body is still dead. And now we have our merchant.
Thank you! I dread to imagine what would have happened to me, if not for you. Please take this as a sign of my gratitude. Besides, after the Fae were gone, this ring appeared in my pocket. I guess you deserve it more than I.
We got a ring of protection +3 for handling it with the dialogue in that way. We probably would have got a lot more experience if we tried intimidating away with Fae. But that's not the way the story went today. So where's the way out of this map? Is it behind them? It's behind them. I wonder what would happen if we tried to run away. Ah, well, a bit late for that for me now. Fae nonsense. It's always Fae nonsense, isn't it? I took a nasty hit there. But I'll be fine. That's what hit points are for, right?
I tire.
Alright, let's make a quick save after dealing with that. We can't deal with anything in our barony yet. We need to get out of this place. That's a weird path. Very weird. Okay, so let's make a quick save here and see what exactly is going wrong with our barony. It might not be something we actually even have to deal with.
Gather all strength.
Okay, we can deal with it at this point. This is our border. Yeah, it's just an event that popped up. We can't even do anything about it. So we load that quick save back up. As long as we're out here adventuring, let's take the time. Let's do this properly. Let's go and adventure. We have one more place to go to with this Baneful Bog. Let's go check that out. People are getting real tired. But our frontliners aren't exhausted yet, so that means we can keep going.
Time to search
I
for the
tire.
spot to rest.
Alright, so we got a bit of a hill situation going on here.
All according to
Oh, we've seen that kind of village style before. It's lizard folk. This is the thick-skinned lizard folk. They are not friendly with us. As we know, only the longtails are friendly with us. So these people are probably going to be incredibly hostile and probably incredibly tough. Let's see if we can move a little bit more forward. Okay, so let's examine our enemies. We have the thick-skinned lizard folk, which is a level 6 rogue and a level 2 humanoid. Good reflex save. Bad will. If we look over at their king, though, we can't look at anything about it because that's a DC 42 inspection. That tells me that these are incredibly high-level enemies, and we're going to be pressed to win, especially in our exhausted state. So, let's do the best we can. We're gonna drop another quick save here. 1000% drop a quick save here. So, let's get
Share your
buffing.
troubles.
Let's get buffing. So, a bless. A bless. A bless. Like that. Okay. You buff up yourself with a divine favor, otherwise you're not going to be able to hit anything.
What you want?
Same with you.
Ready for anything.
We're going to want a good hope and a heroism for this.
Be on guard.
You get your buffs on now. Alright, then you get on that.
Share your will.
You want to get yourself with one a shield.
How may I help?
You're going to want to get a Miri within a large person.
I'm open to your orders.
I am prepared.
I just got us with the good hope, now I get us with the haste.
Speak.
You get yourself with a mirror image. That might help. If only I could get mirror image on Valerie. Oh well. That's probably the best we're gonna do. That's probably the best we're gonna do. And we're gonna open this with a fireball. That way, like, their reflex saves are high, but we can at least get most of them. Okay, yeah, this will get all but 2. So let's open with a fireball. Looks like I canceled my casting of enlarged person. That's fine. Alright, let's try and get the ones on the left. Try and weed out the herd a little. Valerie can't charge. Just needs to go to the middle and wait. Smilodon can't charge that. How about this one? Sure. Nice. Took out one of the ones that wasn't even weakened. The dog. If the dog goes in, the dog's going to get targeted by everything. I kind of want them to go for Valerie first. No, have them go for dog. How bad could it be? Egan will take shots at the king.
I grant you death.
Got some hits in. And Tristan, we're not in a good position to cast Fireball anymore. But we still have more Burning Arc. So, no. Too far away. Too far away. How about some guaranteed damage on the king? Here they come. That one tries to get up. Provokes. Okay, they get sneak attack because they're flanking with their... The dog is down, and the dog is dead. Mirror image is saving her. We still have these two over here. Let's try and clean them up.
Tear them apart!
One attack, and another attack, another attack. Good thing we have haste for 3 attacks. Okay, she can go over. The dog is dead. We need to provide flanking for Valerie. Let's loop around to this side.
Unworthy.
What can I do? What can I do? Okay, the dog is well and truly dead, yeah? Yeah, like, absolutely on the ground, so I can drop area attack spells there, and it'll be fine, yeah? Yeah, okay. So I have to move to do that. I don't know if I want to move. What can I do if I 5-foot step up and start my song? Was I already singing? I think I was. Well, I can't move anymore then. So, let's drop this over here. Yeah, this looks like it's not getting her. That's probably the best we could have done.
Let us strike as one.
One more enemy down. Sorry about the cough. We can have the cat try go in, see how the cat does. Yeah, cat needs to get doing damage. Lot of damage there. Can we try to finish off that queen? No, there's no way. There's no way. The king has so much health too.
Cannot hide from me.
Oh, we did it! Nice, queen didn't get a turret. Okay, Tristian. How about one of those flaming arcs now? Give us a burning arc. One really nasty hit on Valerie. Did Valerie get hit by any things here? Yeah, we're exhausted. Okay. So we were exhausted going in. That's awful. Okay, so I have to move, so I can't make a full attack. So we're going to make a cleave against the king. Which finishes off the second one. Good. We can full attack with our scythe here. Oh, right, she bites because she's a dragon disciple. Right. Okay. I think it's time for a full attack then. No. This is the last enemy. They are raging. We just have no idea about their defenses. So, they probably have a low will save. Let's try a Hideous Laughter. No, they beat that. Oh, I tried.
Do not fall back.
Fortunately, hopefully we could just... Yeah, that was... We had to buff up really well for that. We had to buff up really well and start that off strong. But we did it.
That is
We
not
did it,
far.
and we got a bunch of weird stuff. Okay, hold on. Club 9? Club 9? Hold on. 9 damage to the thick skin... Huh. Oh! Oh, something happened there. We don't know what the source was, but there was some unholy damage because of the... when we took the club from the king. Okay, alright, let's take a look at that. Grim Finale. +2 necrotic club lands a successful critical hit. Cast Vampiric Touch on the target. Whenever the wielder unequips the weapon, it does Finger of Death on them. Ugh! Boar's Teeth. +4 trident hits. Enemy has a passive will save either. That's a massive enhancement bonus for this point. That could be good for Valerie, maybe. Which is a shame, because I just spent money buying her a flaming bastard sword. Ah, well. Let's loot the stuff. Take their equipment. It's ours now. Some pot over here. Loads of mundane weapons. Alright, let's get out of this place. That was rough, but that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. If we did not roll as well as we did on our initiative check, if the queen got a turn, Valerie might be dead. Fortunately, we only lost the dog. And the dog is back up, really hurt, but here. I should probably heal the dog. I'm thinking about right now. Let's heal the dog. The dog deserves it. I can't cast that cure spell with Prometheus. Let's
Right here, my friend.
You have any 3rd level cleric spells left? You have your fireball. You have other fireballs. Let's heal dog. That's not nearly enough healing for dog. You know what? Use a channel. Top everybody else up too. Okay, dog's back up to half health.
In due time.
Alright. So seeing how rough that was, like honestly that went really well. But if dog died that quickly, I don't think Valerie would be able to survive much either. So we're gonna head back. We're not gonna take any of the harder fights in that area. We're fine. We're just gonna head on back.
Moment of respite.
How's encumbrance looking? Still light. Let's take care of the fights that were left in the Verdant Chambers. This is now our 3rd time going to the Verdant Chambers. The Verdant Chambers. And if I remember right, there's a great big giant plant right by the entrance. We can take our characters that aren't tired and just sweep through the map and take care of everything. It'll be fine. This should be just a quick little thing. Yeah, let's turn turn-based mode off. Yep, we dealt with the plant. Most of our characters are confoundingly exhausted.
All according to plan.
Ah, yes, the owlbear. This owlbear is very difficult to target, and I might potentially be able to get a hide out of that. So I'm going to turn turn-based mode back on.
Keep your eyes open.
Ikundayo, can you try to...
Nowhere to run.
To victory!
Ikundayo got a full attack there. Okay. Well, if that's the way of it. Can I just... I can't. The terrain here is so weird. terrain here is just way too weird. Let's just let it come at us. We're gonna let the owlbear come to us. There it comes. And I had to double move. Okay. And it exploded so we didn't get corpse
Follow
anyway.
my lead.
Oh! What can you do? Manticore. Okay, this one's out in the open. We're fine.
Focus on the goal.
I will protect.
Beacon is exhausted, so that's...
We will be victorious.
Missed our dog. We got Manticore pelts, that's good. Okay, what we got here? Red caps! I love these little guys. Look at them. They got little jingly bells and nice red hats. You can't get a good look at them right there. Let's try inspect mode now. Red caps. Permanent freedom of movement, so grease won't matter for them. They are tiny. Not worth a lot of experience. Don't know their defenses, but they're not nearly as tough as the things that we fought on the way up to here. They do funny little flips as they attack. Neat enemy. Turn inspect off. We get their size. They're just normal size. They're not masterwork. Not really worth a lot. But you know what? We're getting experience. We're getting experience by fighting them. So let's move everybody around. I think there was like maybe 3 more of those. There's the jingles. Even if they're invisible, you can hear the jingles. And there's not much room here. So it's basically just our cat and Miri soloing. And only Miri's able to help at all is because she has a reach weapon. Another scythe. Okay, who's good at mobility right now? Ikundayo, but he's wearing the things that he's tired. Miri could probably do it.
Well,
Mary could do it if I just trade shoes. Just trade shoes real quick. Alright, so we're gonna save before we do this because we can't risk the dog dying for good.
We should
that
gather
was
our
easy.
strength.
That was easy, she says. Which is enough to warp everybody over and close to the edge of the map. That was good. That was good. We got some experience. We walked around. We hit everybody everywhere in the dire Narlmarshes. We got plenty of time. Maybe we can handle some of those artisan quests. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We definitely need to sleep once we get to the place because we're really feeling it. We're really feeling it. What's the closest way back to... Yeah, we'll go this way. We could deal with our kingdom now. But we won't. So, this was a lot. This seemed like a bunch of random encounters, and it kind of was, but you know what? I'm happy with what we got accomplished today. I'm pretty pleased with what we got accomplished today. Let's move this stuff around. Get you with the light armor. There we go. So thank you all so much for joining me along this path, and maybe we will continue to travel it more in the future. Later, Pathfinders.